remarks of Anti-Suicide Detroit. She's going to give us more information about this organization and just talk to us about what it is that drives her to teach other people, or not even just to teach, but to empower other people, and what motivated her to get involved with this, as well as what makes her qualified to be your purpose pusher and to encourage you to live instead of not wanting to live. She's going to help you find your purpose, and she's going to help you understand that life is the most valuable thing that you can possess. So, how was your day today?
It was great, thank you. Like that introduction, I'm like, is she talking about me? Like I felt like somebody else was gonna come on, but yeah, it was great. It was so far so good.
Okay, so everybody knows you as Anti-Suicide Detroit. Actually, I'm starting to see that everywhere. Like, I can't even say that you're up and coming. I feel like you're like up there now. Like, 'cause
Really?
now you're like at
wow.
everybody's events. Everybody's having you speak, pour into people. So I'm super happy for you. I'm super proud for you. Tell me, at what point was it that you realized that this was something that you needed to do?
First of all, the fact that you said that, like, it's overwhelming, because that's like the goal. I'm like, you know, it's no point in us being here if no one knows we're here. Like, who are we gonna help if people don't even know we're here? So like, I've been very proactive and on purpose and like being at different events.
Yeah.
But what made me realize I want to say random, but I don't believe in random. Like, I just believe, like, God just played. I was on Instagram and I came across, we're based out of Miami, first of all. I just happen to be over the Detroit chapter, but we have them in different cities. I reached out to the Miami division. I'm like, yo, I like what you guys are doing, but I live in Michigan, but I still want to connect with you, you know, whether it's like a donation or reposting some stuff for you. And, like, long story short, she emailed me, and it was divine intervention, because it was like God had already told her it was time to expand, but she was like, well, how am I going to expand? And I reached out to her from Detroit, so it was kind of like she had a question and God gave her the answer. And I connected to it because, like, first of all, it's something that I've dealt with and overcome, and I felt like at that point in time I was like kind of comfortable and I wanted to share my story, but I didn't know like how or what platform it was going to be on. And so here comes the anti-suicide. And I was like, okay. And I was like, okay, but now I'm going to have to get out here and share my story. But just being connected to, like, her name Vanessa Presume. Like she is so awesome. Like, we've never met in person, oddly enough. But we're so connected. Like, we pray together. We're on the phone. Something's wrong with our families. We call each other. Like, you know, how can I help you? Can I pray for you? Let me know what's going on. And she, like, really just been, like, pushing me and been like, listen, I'm so proud of you. And, you know, just the fact that she trusted me all the way in Michigan, you know, with what is, like, her baby. Like,
Right.
That's an honor. Like, because that took, like, a lot of trust on her end, because she didn't know me. But, you know, like, she could have been like, okay. But, you know, she likes to go out and represent the ministry that she created. Like, it was an honor. And so, like, you know, here I am today.
So, and that's what I'm like, okay, so I know you had the Detroit chapter. Who else is involved in this? Who else helps you? Are you doing everything by yourself? Or?
No, absolutely not. We're in the process of building a stronger team. But I mean, I have people who've come aboard as volunteers and help in different capacity. Like, I have treasurer, who also happens to be connected on other levels. But I have her. We have several. We have a licensed psychiatrist. She's
Nice.
therapist. She works with children. My mom, my mom probably was my number one volunteer. She was like, what are you doing? Okay, I'm going to volunteer. So it's just, you know, we're still building and trying to reach out to get people involved with us, so that it's not so much on me, so that I can kind of focus on other stuff and, like, build a team and carry it. Like, if I can't be at an event, I want to be able to send someone and know that they're going to be representative of us. Or if it's 2 events, look, you go to this event, I go to this event,
Right.
and either way it goes, anti-suicide is in the building. So, no, I don't do it by myself at all, thank God. But I was in the beginning, and it was hard, but slowly but surely, God is sending, like, some great people who I can depend on.
That's what I've been praying on, because I'm like how you were in the beginning, where I'm like, okay, I need more people. But this isn't about me. This is about you. So I'm glad to hear that. What would you say is your most challenging um, feat of just running anti-suicide Detroit? What's challenging about this?
Um, what's challenging? I think what's challenging is like dealing with it because I made a post about it today. Like it's a heavy subject. It's a heavy spirit. And you know what? But when I meet people and I hear like stuff happens to them after I meet them, or people begin to inbox me, they're like, I lost my daughter's classmate committed suicide last week, or you know, my daughter's stepmother committed suicide, or you know, I have people reach out to me like my son committed suicide. Can you talk to him? He's making posts. He's thinking about killing himself. Like it's overwhelming, and it gets to be like so heavy because I'm just like I always feel like I need to do more. I need to do more.
Yeah, because you want to help everybody.
Yeah, it's like I want to help everybody, and it's like I need to do more. I need to do more. It's like it's so heavy, but like thankfully, I have like great spiritual leaders and mentors who kind of like can show me like, listen, sometimes you have to pull yourself away, go pray, and give it to God because it's not your battle to fight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm slowly like learning to like not carry all of that on me because it's a lot, and I think that's the most challenging part is when I meet somebody and you know something happens and I'm like did I reach them soon enough, or what if I would have reached them sooner, or you know like always having to deal with that what if situation is like definitely the most challenging part. But I don't know, I'm navigating and working through it and figuring out how to release and let that go.
So I think it's really awesome that you guys, at the end of the summer, had that program on a Riverwalk where you guys were praying for people. How often will you guys be doing events that are of that magnitude? I know it's starting to get colder, so what are you guys' plans for like the upcoming season?
Absolutely. That was actually we did that for Suicide Prevention Week, and that was our first. We did it, and then we did another because the response was like so amazing. We did it a few weeks later, but eventually that's going to be an annual event that we're going to turn into a memorial walk of sorts. So that's definitely going to be an annual thing. But this colder season, we live in Michigan, so we know hanging out outside the Riverwalk isn't that feasible. But at the end of December, we're planning a fundraiser just to help us get our 501 status as a nonprofit, which will help us tap into a whole lot of more resources.
Oh, absolutely.
And build the campaign. January is actually our 2nd-year anniversary, so we're planning a party celebration of sorts. We're still planning it, but it's gonna be really great. We have some surprises, and we have some panel discussions we're gonna put together. Just trying to take the face off of depression because we all have this image of what we think depression is. So we want to take that off and let you know like everybody depression doesn't look the same. And
absolutely, I agree with that because I don't think that people realize.
No.
Just because you're going through this doesn't mean that your problems are bigger than this person's problems. Because at the end of the day, like we were talking about earlier, isn't it all about perception, perspective? So I might be struggling through something where if I tell you about it, you might feel like, oh girl, that's nothing. But how can you tell me that? You know what I mean? Because you don't know what my mental capacity is made up of. You know what I mean? So I definitely agree with that.
Everybody and like I could be walking around smiling. Like in midst of my depression, I was walking around with smiling. Like, but you had no idea that was going on because we think of depression, we think somebody that stays in their room all day, listening to sad songs, and that's like so not. So we want to break that off to create an open dialogue of what that is. And I mean, listen, 2017. I think our calendar is like about to be packed. Like we're just trying to do so much to impact the community. Like people are gonna probably get tired of seeing our name, but that's definitely not a bad problem to have. Like we just trying to tap into every opportunity we have to be there. You're gonna see anti-suicide somewhere in there carrying a message just to let people know like we're in the city and we're a resource. So we're a safe haven. Come on in.
Yes, that's awesome. So who are you looking to collaborate with? Do you have like wish list or like a dream collaboration list? Because I feel like all like business women and men, they kind of have their list of people that they want to collaborate with one day. But is there anybody out there that you feel like their goal or vision almost directly aligns with what you're trying to do as well?
That's a good question. A dream collaboration. Um, I don't know. Like, I've really been honored to be connected to people one way or another who is like, every person is able to push the campaign on a bigger level. Like, so, if I had to be like somebody I definitely would like to like possibly collaborate with, it probably would be Stephen Frederick of Elevation Church.
Okay.
Like, I love him. Like, I follow him, listen to all his sermons. Like, I just love his message and his enthusiasm for people and his passion. I connect to his passion. And I'm like, that's how I feel. Like, the way he feels about, like, his church and what they're doing, like, I feel the same way about anti-suicide and what we're doing. So, like, I would absolutely love to collaborate with him and just the opportunity just because he's been in ministry so long just to, like, get some feedback and just like sit and get some advice. I would love that. But that probably would be my dream collaboration.
I can definitely see that happening. You know, I'm a lover of all things positive, and I'm very optimistic as a person. So I bet you it'll happen.
I'm a believer in speak it till it happens.
Oh yeah, and you're doing great things in the community. Like, this is literally one of the best organizations that I've seen come to Detroit. I have not seen anybody else do anything like this, so that's why I had to get you on the couch with me, on the couch with Misha, and you know, just so we could chat about it to my readers and hopefully reach some people that might not know about it. But like I said, I mean, you've gotten pretty popular out here. I've been following you for some years now, so I just want to say that you're doing an awesome job.
Well, thank you.
And, you know, we're very happy to have you here on the couch, and we're very happy to have an organization like this here in Detroit, because with Detroit always getting such a bad name, if you will, we definitely need it. We definitely need people that are going to impact the community and bring positive things to the community, build the community up. And, you know, Detroit's on the up and it's coming back up. I'm very proud to be here in Metro Detroit at this moment in time.
I think it's a great time for the city. I feel like it's like kind of like the Renaissance era.
Yeah.
Where like we're rebuilding, and like so I'm like you. I'm great. I'm happy to be a part of like that rebuilding. And just like, listen, I know everybody want to run away from the city, but
I was the same way. I was the same. Like when I got out of college, I told my little cousin last night, if you can go away, I encourage it, of course, so you can get those different experiences.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I don't really have any regrets at this point, because now my mindset is different. You know, at this age where I feel like, you know, at first I was like, oh, I want to move. Oh my God, I just want to move. But you know, I got to the point where it was like, instead of me feeling like there's no opportunities here, I started just creating my own opportunities.
Absolutely. I think that's so important. Like, you know what? Create your own lane. You don't have to get in a lane that's already there. And that's why I say I feel like it's definitely a great time to, like, be in the city in the midst and tap into these opportunities early before anybody else. So I agree with you.
All right. Is there anything else that you want us to know about Anti-Suicide Detroit, about what else it is that you do? I know you're a purpose pusher.
Yes.
So kind of explain to my readers what it is that you do with that and what that means to be a purpose pusher.
Being a purpose pusher. Let's see, how can I sum this up shortly? It was an opportunity to collaborate with Latoya Early and Chase Great Enterprise. She created like this program because and I felt like for me it was a perfect fit, because when I was in my suicidal stage and depression stage, it was because like I felt like I didn't have a reason to live. Like I literally did not want to live. Like I didn't have a reason. Like, but what greater reason to live than purpose? You know what I'm saying? Like, so she has created this amazing training program, but it's like so much deeper. It allows you to create your own platform to where you're able to do something that's bigger than you, you know, and like just the opportunities to just like have these personal, private purpose discovery sessions with people. And I think especially for anti-suicide, if I'm at an event and I'm telling you, like, you have a reason to live and you're supposed to be here for a purpose, and you're like, okay, what is it? It's like, and that's where it kind of is like, well, you know what? Let's sit sit down and let's have this discovery session, and I'm not gonna tell you why. I'm gonna show you why. That the reason that you have to live. And it's like if we all connected to our why for being here, then like that automatically defeats you feeling hopelessness. Like that's like the reason that you're gonna choose life is because I'm choosing a purpose. Like for me, anti-suicide and this message is my purpose. So it's like had I committed suicide, then I wouldn't even be here with you and able to like reach anybody else that's like watching or listening to this. Like I would have missed out on all that. And I stress that to people, like if you're not here, like your purpose is not about you, first of all. It's about the people that are connected to you. It's bigger than that. So it's like if Misha never steps into her purpose, then what about the people behind you that are waiting on you to step into your purpose?
Absolutely.
So that you can turn around and pour into them, and then they can turn around and pour into somebody else, and then so it creates like a chain reaction. So just like the ability like to do that, and build a team of women who are like also on the same page, like just like pushing, like it was a time where I could just have someone speak into my fears and tell me, listen, you don't have to be afraid, and just to give you the courage. And just like when I first started, I was like, listen, I'm not going to speak in front of nobody. I'm not doing this. And so it was like, if I hear you turn out one more speaking engagement, I'm going to choke you. Like, no, like people need to hear your voice. Don't do that. And now I'm finally, it's like a light bulb click. I'm at a point where I'm just like, listen, you want me to be there? I'm there. Like, can I come speak? Like, I'm like seeking these opportunities because I'm so connected to my purpose. And like, that's what I want to do for other people, to have this time to be like, listen, you can choose life right now, and then I'm going to show you why you're going to choose life, and you're going to live a life full of purpose, and then now that you live in your purpose, you're going to turn around and pull somebody else out of that darkness. So that's like a very, very, I'm so excited about what the purpose pushing and the anti-suicide, the connection that we're building is going to be so amazing. Stuff that I have planned for that aspect is going to be amazing. We're developing a coaching program and some other stuff to keep under wraps, what you guys will hear about. But yeah, it's gonna be really good.
I'm super excited. So thank you again for coming to sit on the couch with me, LaErica. I'm super excited for everything that you are going to do with your brand.
Thank you for having me. It was an honor. Like, I'm thankfully, I'm so thankful for the Art Connection and the stuff you're gonna do for Ambitious Mix. And I'm just honored to be here, in the beginning, because, before you blow up and become Miss Barbara Walters on us. So I'm excited for what you're doing and what's going on with your brand as well.
Thank you so much. So you guys have to stay tuned for more wonderful interviews with ambitious women in and around Metro Detroit and also outside of Metro Detroit, because we're not going to just stop in Michigan. We're trying to take over the world.
Absolutely.
Stay ambitious, stay motivated.
Absolutely. Girl, go ahead. Speak that in your life right there.